Gizzo, what's popping, y'all? What's the deal? So look, lately now, one of the hottest topics that we seeing on the internet, on everybody's platform, is this whole thing about these podcasts that has incriminating interviews on them, right? Primarily Vlad and this kid Adam 22 with the No Jumper podcast. And by the way, I'm gonna continue to say this. I don't fault these guys for what they're doing with their platforms, because it's just like I say, ShaBazz, the OG stand for offering game. I don't force this game on nobody, you dig? I don't make nobody take this that don't want it. I'm offering it. These guys, they extend invitations to their platforms and people willingly accept. And then they go on there and they are asked interrogating style questions and they willingly answer, right? So I can't be mad at the person who got the platform, because they doing whatever they feel like they need to do to advance their bottom line. Nobody has to participate in that if they don't want to. Let me get that out the way. In the midst of all of these conversations that's being held, right? I seen something recently and that's why I wanted to have this conversation. Saw something yesterday more than once. It's recirculating. Resurfacing. The interview that Leroy Cohen did on the Breakfast Club when Envy and Charlemagne and Angela Yee was interviewing him, and they were talking about the opioid crisis and how the drugs and the violence and everything is affecting Black culture and hip hop. And I'm paraphrasing some of this stuff, but the question was asked to Leroy, because Leroy was expressing how he sees the detriment of the drugs and the lifestyles and the violence, and he was expressing that. So the question to him was, if you notice, then why are you signing artists that participate in this type of activity, that push these drugs and push these narratives, onto the culture? Why do you sign these type of artists? Aren't you being a bit hypocritical, is the question that was asked. And he stumbled, mumbled, and fumbled, but he collected himself and said, well, yeah, it's a bit opportunistic, which it is, but I got mouths to feed. I got mouths to feed. Now, a lot of people took offense to that, because Leroy Cohen is one of the people, along with these podcasters, that people are calling culture vultures. They identify with what's going on in Black culture. They push these narratives and they capitalize off of them financially to increase their bottom lines tremendously. Now, anybody that knows me know I'm all about identifying the problem, but I'm more in tune with supplying a solution. Now, absolutely, the record industry, music executives, entertainment, they all are capitalizing off of Black pain, Black struggle, Black demise. They all are. It's once upon a time in Black culture, especially in hip hop, there was a such thing as an array of music. We don't always had violence. We don't always had hustlers, drug dealers, killers, robbers, and some of them was in the music industry. Some of them was artists. But when it came to the music, once upon a time, there was an array of music. If you wanted some love, you had love in hip hop. If you wanted some consciousness, you had consciousness in hip hop. If you wanted some female rapping, you had female rapping that could go battle a male rapper. Like, you had an abundance and an array of different categories of rap once upon a time. Somewhere along the line, it was discovered that we can make a lot of money if we make everybody tune into, become acclimated with, and subscribe to misogyny, violence, destruction, non-productivity. This is where we're going to make the money at. This is the play we're going to run. And it ran. And it is running. And yes, these people can be considered culture vultures. But my question is this. All of us as Black people, indigenous people, however you want to label us for your understanding, if we're upset, we have to ask ourselves, what are we upset about? Are we upset about who's saying it, or are we upset about the circumstances? Are we upset that Lear Cohen is benefiting and Adam 22 Adam 22 is benefiting, Vlad is benefiting? Are we just mad that these people are the benefactors, right? Or are we upset about what's going on? Because my next question is going to be about accountability for us as Black people. Because in my opinion, the culture has joined the vultures. The culture has joined the vultures. And what I mean by that is we have an abundance of Black executives, Black platforms, Black networks, Black, opportunities, and they are subscribing to the same model and running the same play as the people that we call culture vultures. Look at Black entertainment right now. Not all, but on a grand scale, for the most part, when it comes to Black reality TV, for one. And let me say this. Let me precede all of this with this. I'm not trying to blow nobody's bag. I'm not trying to make nobody lose no money. That ain't even what I'm on. But this is just a real conversation. And if we're going to have a conversation, we have to speak about things factually and not emotionally. It's just the truth, and it's just what it is. So let me just get that out the way. We have an abundance of Black platforms. Let's start with reality television. For the most part, you are not welcome on reality TV unless you have a negative storyline, unless you're willing to fight, unless you subscribe to fighting. And it could be total strangers. It's destructive behavior. People want to call it entertainment. They want to call it, it's like wrestling. Oh, it's like this. Oh, it's like that. The problem is it doesn't stay at entertainment. Oh, these it's just like they're actors. But see, actors don't get in the comments and argue with people about what they saw on the screen. Actors don't have to come off the screen and still try to live the persona that they just showed on screen. That's what's happening in the world of reality TV as it relates to young Black talents. They're being made to believe and accept that if you want to be successful, this is how you have to conduct yourself. Oh, no, you talking about, chasing your dreams and being a dentist and, living a productive, nah, that's boring. No, this is what they'll tell you. Nobody wants to hear that. And that's where the lie is right there. The lie has been told to these youngins that nobody wants to hear it if you're talking positive. So what has happened is the people who do want to be entertainers, because there's an abundance of them, just like there's still those who want to be doctors, lawyers, police officers, dentists, engineers, scientists. There's an abundance of young people who are not chasing entertainment, but there are some who are, and some of them are actually talented. But what they've been led to believe is, in order to be accepted and in order for you to get the shot that you're looking for, this right here is how you have to conduct yourself. And a lot of these kids are acting outside the construct of their natural character. They have to go on these shows and be something that they're not. They have to act like they don't like people that they never met. They have to have a beef with somebody that they don't really know. And then you have the whole internet looking on, all the subscribers chiming in, picking sides of who they like and why, And it really boils down to a bunch of non-productive nonsense. So now you had these youngins who, again, are practically sacrificing themselves, who they are in real life, to be something that they're not for an opportunity. In a lot of cases, off camera, back in real life, it's leading to depression, it's leading to drug use, because they're operating outside the dynamic of who they really are, how they was raised, what their real moral values and compasses are. But at the same time, it's like, I want some money. I'm tired of being broke. I want to have nice things. I want to pay my bills. I want to go out to eat. I want to drive a nice car. I don't want to struggle. So they're being sold this guys, well, you come on here, you do this, you do that. It's the same as acting, but it's not, because it has a different effect on these kids. So I'm asking, has the culture joined the vultures? Why can't the kids who want to do positivity get a shot? Why are y'all making these kids feel like if you want to be successful, this is how you got to do it? This is the kind of music you got to make. These are the kind of videos you got to make. You got to be half butt naked. You got to have a gun. Y'all got to be beefing. Y'all got to be fighting. This is all we see. And it's a real conversation to be had, because when we talk about the white executives and the white labels and the white people who do it, everybody is angry. But again, we have black executives, black platforms, black networks who can change the trajectory and say, you know what? Okay, we done did this. That's one side of it. This is one side of young black culture. But there's also another side. Why don't the other side get a shot? If we're truly angry about what we're seeing white executives do, if we're truly angry about that as black culture, then why aren't we doing more to change it? And when I say we, I mean all of us collectively, because everybody don't have to be on a high executive level. If you are in position to give a shot to somebody young and black, if you are in position to provide an opportunity, are you going to give them that based on who they really are as a person and the talent that they have? Are you really going to extend the arm and the hand to help them? Or are you going to tell them, nah, ain't nobody really looking for that. Like, this is what I'm just going with what the consumer want. This is what the people want to see. That's another thing they say. This is what the people want to see. Why do the people want to see it? Because this is all you're showing the people. It's programming. These are programs, radio programs, TV programs. They're programs. And yeah, the general public has been programmed to believe that this is all the entertainment there is that's available. So if you got all of this negativity and then you just try to automatically, suddenly slide in some positivity, yeah, you're going to get pushed back, because people done got accustomed to seeing all of this gossip and fighting and tea and juiciness and all of this other crazy stuff. So now when somebody try to introduce something worthwhile, educational, uplifting, forward thinking, they tell you, nobody don't want to hear that. But they would want to hear it if it was presented to them. Because a lot of these people who are observing, they would like a chance. They would like a shot. But they're being made to believe that they can't get the shot unless they're doing this or that. And a lot of people are like, man, I'm not doing that. But they'll still allow themselves to be entertained by it. A lot of people would never in a million years do what they see being done on these reality shows. But they'll allow themselves to be entertained by it because there's practically nothing else for them to see. So again, this conversation was just an accountability conversation. Yeah, we know what the white executives, the white labels, and the white platform, like we know what they've done and are doing. They've been vultures in the culture. But because we have so many black executives and black people in positions of power who have the same, have the same resources and the same advantages that the people who we're complaining about do, but yet they're running the same play against our people to meet the bottom line and the quotas that they want to make and get the bag, as they say. They're no different. So unless you are someone in a position of power that can apply or give somebody an opportunity that's trying to make it, and you're not making them do foolishness for that opportunity, if you're doing that, if you're making them do foolishness for the opportunity, if you're making them color outside the lines of what their natural character is, if you're making them feel like they have to do reckless, destructive behaviors in order to become successful, you can't talk about what nobody else is doing, because you, as a part of the culture, have joined the vultures. Real rap.